They say how these niggas come from dirt to bad hoes and bankrolls. Over 100 shots on the E-way, I gotta make it home. I learned from my struggle, stack that dope, forget your hustle on. Go ride for your brother when he call you.
Welcome everybody to Chopping It Up with Dizz and Los. We back. I'm Dizz. That's Los.
What up? What up, professionals?
Los, we haven't talked. We've been busy. I've been busy at work. You've been busy at work, and then not the holidays, but Halloween. That's a holiday for the kids.
Yeah.
So we haven't talked since 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, 2 weeks. It's been a minute, but glad to be back talking some New York Giants football. A lot of moves today. Trade deadline was today. Yep. A lot of action, but no action in New York Giants land.
No, we'll talk to the Giants right away. Last time we talked, Giants were playing the Eagles. Scatterboo and Dart, took off. Great game. Then we played who did we play? Denver. We should have won that game.
Brutal injury though. Going back, shout outs to Cam Scatterboo. He came, had a surgery. Everything came out good. He's resting, getting better for next year. But damn, man, that was a tough loss, man. That was hurt. That hurt the team. That hurt the energy team too. It hurt the energy. It hurt the team a lot, man. But hopefully we'll get him back next year. He'll be the same way, 100%. And then we move on to the next game, Denver. The Denver game.
They should have won that game,
man. We should have won that.
I was hyped as hell. I was like, yeah. And then, we don't have a field goal kicker.
Nope. It's tough, man. It's
but
tough.
On the bright side of everything that's been going on for the last couple of weeks with the Giants, Jackson Dart, man, is looking pretty good.
Jackson Dart is the real deal, Holyfield. And I'm glad to say that. We have a quarterback. The New York Giants have an NFL-ready quarterback. The only thing is, they got to assemble the right pieces. They got to do something with their coaching staff, I think. I don't think their coaching staff is it. I think Brian Dable should be a college coach. I don't think he's, like the defense has been like abysmal, man. They've been horrible, man. And they got players, man. They got pieces. And for you to be that, I know you got people that are hurt too, though. You got, I think Holland was out, Adebo was out, but you still got the, Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, Burns, Carter. You still got guys there, man, that should be producing W's, man. Like, that was crazy the way that they lost. And then this last game they played San Francisco, if you looked at that game, we could have had that game, man. What the hell, man? Like, the defense, man, the defense.
I mean, of course you're playing against Christian McCaffrey, but still. I mean, Brian Roberts running over us. Robinson running over us.
Did you see how, Jackson Dart has just been, without the piece, with every single, star player that he's been losing, he's been stepping up, man. He's been doing what he has to do. And, you saw him at the end of that game, he just felt defeated, man. He's just he was it's like a call. He was calling for help. He needs players, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't do it on his own.
And it's gonna look good next year. But I think they should have made a trade for a receiver. They just should have, because Slayton is not it. He drops wide open dropping it. Rondell, it's Rondell, but he'll get you a little couple of 5 yards here, 6 yards here. Johnson's the only one really doing anything. And then Scatterboo was, a key part that we need to dump down to, and I just don't think Tracy's that right now.
No, man. And then what's really big, man? I was big on Jalen Hyatt this offseason. I thought he was going to come to his own. And, dude, he's just not it, man. He just did not pan out to be what I thought Jalen Hyatt was going to be, man. And that's sad, man, because, he had all – the attributes of being a number one receiver, right? Coming out of Tennessee, he was number one, a deep threat, but it didn't pan out, man. And now, ever since Brian, what's his name, Neighbors was out, right? You thought he would step up, but he hasn't really got it going yet, man. They couldn't get him going.
No, and Jackson Dart, he needs to slide. He needs to we can't get those hits. I mean, he got sacked last week, and I thought his back broke.
But the thing is, man, he's a grinder, man. He's been producing, man. I think he had a rushing TD and he had 2 throwing TDs last week, right? Every week you see him, he's getting it done, but he needs players. And now, from today was a trade deadline for those of you listening in, anything past 4 p.m., that's it. But, the Giants were in heavy talks thinking that they were going to pick up a number one receiver. There was talks about them getting Jalen Waddle, Rashid Shaheed,
Olave,
and none of it panned out, And I think a lot of this has to do with Giantship ownership. I personally think that they've made a decision. I think they're going to move on from Brian Daboll and Sean. I think that they told them that, hey, listen, we're not going to make any moves. I don't think they want to set up the next GM and the next coach for failure. They don't want to start flipping pieces now, and then the people that are going to run the team are not going to be there, right? So I think they're going to clean house, man. I think it's going to start from the defense to the offense. And
I don't know how the defense coordinator is going to survive this year. I really don't.
I don't think so, man. I think that this is it, man. I think another L this week. I think who do they got? They got
the Bears.
The Bears are coming off a killer game, man. 47 points they dropped.
Yeah, but their defense sucks too. Cincinnati dropped. Flacco was all.
Yeah, but you know what? Ben Johnson, that coach. Did you see those plays that he was running?
Crazy.
Man? Yo, man, those are hybrid plays that. The Giants defense are not going to know what to do.
I know.
So, I want the Giants to win, man. I hope they can squeak out a win. We haven't seen a win in the past month. So hopefully they get a win, but it's going to be a tough one, man. I don't see the defensive, if we lose again, I think the defensive coach he's out.
Yeah, I think
they're starting to question his position. Today, I think it was on Monday, they're saying hey, what's going on with the defense? They're that he's going to still continue coaching and calling the plays. They were thinking already taking away the calling of the defensive plays away from him. So if they're doing that, they're thinking of he's going to go soon.
So you're saying about the they're going to clean house and everything. Who's give me two picks of coaches that you think the Giants should go after?
I would like to see head coach John Gruden coach the Giants. John Gruden and Antonio Pierce, defensive coordinator.
Yep. I would like to see, Flores too. He's gonna
Flores, yeah. I would like to see him, but
do you think the Giants would ever go for a college coach like Lane Kiffin?
No, they need someone seasoned.
He was Jackson Dart's coach in college, so I don't know. Well, we will see, but I think I think Gruden would be great for New York. I think he would be great for Jackson Dart, and I think Pierce for the defense. I know Pierce was there this weekend talking, in the locker room trying to talk to them and get them going. So he's in there. So we will see. But let's go right now. The trade deadline happened today, 4 p.m. and huge. So Los, where do you want to start off?
I want to start off with the Indianapolis Colts.
I just want
to say one thing. Last year, the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, and Saquon Barkley, former New York Giant, the year that they traded him, wins the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Now, fast forward to this year, we got Danny Mother effing Dimes is 8-1.
No, they lost 7-2.
I'm sorry. 7-2. They're the number one team in the NFL right now, and I'm hearing right now MVP talks.
Close.
MVP. So I'm just possibly on their way going to the Super Bowl with the team defensively that they're. So right now, today, trade deadlines today, the Colts made a big move. Right, big move. And
They gave up a lot. But the team that they're building defensively is to stop Josh Allen and to stop Patrick Mahomes. Yep.
That's who they need to stop.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing.
Exactly.
So that's what they're doing. So they acquired Sauce Gardner.
Yep.
Which is if you need the not number one, he could be number two, I think 1, 2, or 3 defensive DB in the league right now, right? To go along with their already strong defense that they've been shutting down offensive lately, right? I think the Colts with Jonathan Taylor, with Tyler,
he talked too.
With it's you got two candidates for MVP right now, Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones, right? You got the rookie tight end Tyler Warren, who has been lights out rookie year, right? They traded away Donnie Mitchell today.
Yep.
To the Jets. That was part of the deal.
Yep.
But they got Josh Downs, they got Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman's a sleeper on the low.
Yep.
He's like Mr. Reliable when you need him. He reminds me of he's gonna be Danny Dimes's Mike Evans. Like Mike Evans is for the like that.
For
he's
the Bucks.
Guys that you're gonna need him deep in the playoffs. He's gonna get it done. And the Colts are defensively, they're like superior than a lot of teams in the AFC. I think they got a shot, man. Look, this week the Kansas City Chiefs took an L.
Yep.
To Josh Allen. Could this be the year finally that Josh Allen gets over the hump and knocks out the Chiefs out the playoffs?
I don't know. I think we're getting a little too ahead of ourselves.
You have to respect the champ.
Yeah.
You have to respect the former champs, right? But Josh Allen is still playing lights out, man.
He is. But going back to your Daniel Jones thing
So if Daniel Jones goes to the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl, that's going to be 2 years in a row that we have two former Giants players winning a Super Bowl after they traded. Now, that's a curse. That's a curse that the New York Giants will forever hold. And I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it, but the way it's looking like Daniel Jones is playing lights out. And if he goes to the Super Bowl, good for him. I hope he wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, good for him. He was a good man.
Because and I was one of them. I was talking bad about him every time he lost and what the hell? But hey, listen, he wins a Super Bowl, he's going to prove everybody wrong.
True. But Los, we saw enough of Daniel Jones. What I saw this past weekend against the Steelers, eyes all big, everything, 5 turnovers. I think his run's going to stop a little bit of how good he's going. I just think so. I think good coaching too. Good coaching. He has good coaching. He has the running back. He has a great line. That's the one thing. They do have one of the best lines in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But I just saw when I saw the Steelers putting the pressure on him and stuff like that, I saw that his confidence was going down a little bit. But we will see. Great pickup of Sauce Gardner. Like you said, they're going after beat the Bills and the Kansas City, and you need a good defense with a good corner. So I think that one was good.
They're gonna challenge the Chiefs. They're gonna challenge the Bills. If it goes to the AFC Championship and you see Daniel Jones there, don't sleep. He's a guy who's never been there, and he's there. He can do it. He can sling it. Don't sleep.
And he can run. He
can run. He got players. And then you know what? Man, shout outs to the ownership. What's her name? I think was it the daughter or the wife that runs it now?
The daughter.
There's a meme out there.
Ursay.
Yeah, there's a meme out there, right, on social media with her picture on it, when she's on the sidelines, right? And they say that it says Sauce Gardner. She goes, "Fuck them picks." She's doing what she's got to do to win a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Man. And the way she's managing and how she's she says we got to find out where the mistakes are, right? So you need to know, it might not be the coaching, it might be the person who sent the player in. She needs to know everything. So she's on that field, with
the headset and all, taking notes.
And that's good. Man, that's a servant leader, man. You know what I mean? She's one. She's down for the crown, man. Shout out to the.
And her sister runs all the marketing for the Colts. Yeah. It's all throughout the whole family. So they did it good.
I like how she's running things, man.
Going to the Jets send another Pro Bowl person, Quentin Willison. What's his name again? I just killed his name.
Yeah, he's the defensive line.
Yeah.
Right? Where did they send him? Where did they send him?
They sent him to Dallas.
Oh, Dallas.
You didn't know that?
No, I know that, but I forgot. But Dallas, they took an L last week on a Monday. Would they lose to? They lost to
Arizona.
Ooh. Arizona just named Jacoby Brissett their starting QB.
I know.
Marvin Harrison, was eating yesterday with him.
He was. I think Murray's going to be gone.
Yeah, they're saying Murray might get traded to the Jets next year.
I don't know about that. But no, so they send Quentin Williamson to the Dallas Cowboys for a first-round pick and a second-round pick.
First rounder?
Mm-hmm. Now, that he's top 2. Him and Dexter, Sexy Dexter, are right there. If you were the Giants, would you have traded for a pick like that for Dex?
No,
Sexy Dexy?
The Giants are, like I was telling you, the Giants are already set. Like for next year, I truly, honestly think if they wanted to make moves and they wanted to compete this year, they would have got rid of Thibodeau. I think Thibodeau was the only expandable piece that they had to get rid of because they already had other DEs, and they could have gotten pieces for him, and they didn't do it because they feel that next year they're gonna bring on a whole new regime, man. I know it, and they don't want that regime to start with missing pieces. They want them to like be able to do what they got to do. So I think Brass told them that like, yo, you ain't making no moves, man.
Then I wish they didn't do that anyway. So, then you had Jacoby Myers going to Jacksonville.
That's big.
Yep.
That's big, because you got Hunter who's hurt. He's on the IR for another 3 weeks, and then you got Brian Thomas who got a little banged up. So Jacoby Myers is a true number 1. So they're gonna utilize him. He's gonna have to get acclimated to the offense a little bit. Mm-hmm. But Trevor Lawrence, man, he's from the same draft class as Daniel Jones, man. And if you remember when Trevor Lawrence first came onto the scene, he was lights out.
Yeah.
He just needs to start producing. It needs players. So they did the right thing by getting him players. Only thing is, man, they gotta get Travis Etienne involved more, man. Like he was their solidified number 1. They need to make him the bell cow, man.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know why they're not trying to. They traded away. Who they trade away? Tank Bisbee. They traded away.
Bisbee, you thought that he was going to see more touches, right?
Yep.
I don't know what happened with that.
Then you had another surprise: Shaheed getting traded to the Seahawks.
That's big, bro. You know what?
Seahawks are looking good.
What? Was it Sam Darnold? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold was like I think 18 or 16 for 16 in the first half with over 258 yards.
Yeah, and like 3 touchdowns.
Right? Yo, JSN is like the number 1. Jackson Smith-Njigba is like the number 1 receiver right now in the NFL, right? So now you partner him up with Rashid Shaheed, who is a speedster. He opens the field.
Yeah,
it's gonna be lights out. I think they're set to contend too. The only thing is like I haven't really seen a lot of Kenneth Walker this year. Kenneth Walker really hasn't really like razzle dazzled me this year. You know what I mean? Like usually he has those games where he goes for like 2 or 3 TDs, 150 plus. Really haven't seen that from him. So hopefully we get to see that.
Could they be saving him for the playoffs? Could they be saving him? I don't know.
I don't know, D. We're already in week 9? What are you saving him for like the whole season to load him?
I don't know, because they've been passing every 5 seconds they're passing.
Yeah, but you gotta stop. They gotta you gotta feed your players the ball, man. Like these are your playmakers, man. So, I think the Seahawks are in contention too. You know what was a big loss this week that I think I don't know what happened, but maybe he was because it was his birthday. The Green Bay Packers, man.
Yeah.
That was a horrible loss, man. I don't know what happened with Jordan Love. Shout out to Jordan Love. His birthday was this past weekend. He looked like, he was off, man. He wasn't the Jordan Love that you usually see throwing 4 TDs.
No.
The defense, what's his name? The defense wasn't there, Parsons, Tucker Kraft, season-ending injury. Wow.
Seen a lot of that.
And he was coming off a huge game last week. He had like over 150, 160 plus.
Yep.
2 tutties or something. He had 2 or 3 tutties.
Now, you said Tucker Kraft's out for the year. Another Sunday night brutal injury was Jalen Daniels with his elbow.
Oh my God.
Los, that was nasty. When I saw, I was like, oh. And I always thought he was a little skinny. I always like he's a little skinny.
What was the score when that happened? Were they already
38-7?
Done? It was like done. There was no coming back from that.
I mean, it was 38-7 with like 8 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, but why would you you're a franchise quarterback? Why would you risk that? Like that's all coaching, man. They were talking. I heard that they were thinking about they might think about letting go of the coach, man. Like
next year,
that's it. They might write it out this year, and then that's it. He's done for doing that. That's a coach's decision.
That is
right. That is. So what did they not have a backup quarterback to run out there?
No, they do. They do. They do.
That's
And they were like right there to score. So, it could have been 38-14. It could have been close, but I don't know. You're 2-5. The season's almost over. You just came back from an injury.
I saw that on replay, right? Because I didn't get to see like when it happened, and I'm like, oh my god, how brutal! Like you saw the arm go back, and I was like, oh,
Yep.
oh my god, I'm like, he's finished.
Yeah, it was just like
And then I heard the score of the game. I was like, what? I was like, what are we doing in the game?
Los, did you when Scatterboo went down? Did you feel it?
I felt it in my
I'll be
heart.
honest with you. Since my surgery, and not my surgery, I didn't have surgery, but I have my cast off, my boot off. I'm walking. I'm good. But I felt like chills in my ankle when I saw Scatterboo do that.
You were like, because you just went through that, right? And you were like,
I was like, oh, my stomach. I was like, damn. Yeah, it was bad. I was like, ugh. But
that was brutal, man. I just felt bad for him, and like he was pumped because he just started, get going. Like he was like the guy, like he knew like when he's gonna play, he's scoring.
Yep.
And like, damn, man, like just that was a massive blow, man, for the whole Giants organization, man.
Yeah, I felt it for the whole team. Their season, like, because if they would have won one of those games, like a Denver game, they would have made a move. I think Giants would have made a move.
I think so too. They needed to have wins to do that. It wasn't right if they made a move now. That's why they're not. That's why they didn't do it.
Los, our fantasy league, are the one with Jay-Z.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, yeah, you beat me that one time.
I'm in the lead right now.
Yeah, I didn't even check if I won this week. I don't know if I.
You did win. You did win.
Oh,
you did win.
okay.
And then in the championship league, you won. I think.
Oh, did I? No, I lost.
Did you? I lost two. I
lost.
lost two, but I'm still in the playoff hunt. Are you? You should be.
Yeah. I'm good. I got
anything else with fantasy? Anyone to look at?
So listen, obviously this week was a big week. The last couple of weeks were a big week for injuries. So a lot of like people going on IR done. But I think the biggest one that stands out is Chuba Hubbard takes a backseat to number one Ricky Dotto. Whatever. He is a beast. And I take back my words. I thought that the first week when he went for like 200 and some yards, I said, D, that's an anomaly, D. I don't think you're gonna see that ever again. And what happened? Bro, he's been a wrecking horse.
Yeah.
He's going for like 160, 3 tutties, 2 tutties. Like he's going lights out.
And you know what? They're winning.
And they're winning. And they're beating like good teams.
Yeah. And they play tough against the Bills too.
Yeah, so they're saying, that's it. He's the number one. Chuba Hubbard takes the back seat to Ricky Dotto. Ricky Dotto's the number one, man. So shout out to the Carolina Panthers. That's a big another big fantasy impact today, man. The Arizona Cardinals named Jacoby Brissett the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. Marvin Harrison has been taking a little bit of a long time to really like get into his groove. I think this week was the coming out party. He had over, 80 yards and a tutty from Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett was looking at him more. I think he had more than 6 targets for the first time this year.
Yep.
I think Marvin Harrison going forward is going to be a must start. Don't sleep. Marvin Harrison is going to be paying dividends going forward. And another guy that I think that you can't sleep, that he's been lights out, a name out of nowhere, is the tight end for the Chargers.
Oh,
Ogden, right?
Yep.
Yo, this kid is beast.
Mm-hmm.
Beast. He's been looking. Justin Herbert has been looking at him constantly, connecting with him constantly. 30-yard bombs, 20 yards. Like it's not no 5 yards. Like it's
it's taken away from Quentin Johnson.
Even though Quentin Johnson scored this past week, but it's still taken away from him. He's getting looks. So his efficiency is through the roof right now. You're looking at like fantasy stat wise, you're looking at like 10, 15 points regularly on a good day. If he lights out, he's getting like 20 plus fantasy points. So if he's still available, which I highly doubt he's available, snatch him up.
Snatch him.
And another guy that, that I benched one time and I say I will never do it again, who's starting to produce. Kelsey.
Who?
So, Kelsey. Travis Kelsey has been produced.
C1.
You see one, you see the other.
Chicanos.
Max.
Jarcarles, how you doing? Say hi.
Where you going?
He's hanging out.
But yeah, Travis Kelsey, big last week.
The only, when you look at the running back portion of fantasy right now, like the running backs is really Ricky Dowdle is the only one that really sticks out. Arizona Cardinals, they really haven't found their running back. We thought it was going to be Michael Carter, then Bam Knight. Bam Knight played a little bit. He played all right. And then DeMarcado, he did some damage, but nothing really like.
No, you got Trey Benson coming back next week.
Huh? And Trey Benson coming back, which is pretty huge, right?
Yes, he's on my IR.
You know what's sad that we didn't get to see them trade Breece Hall. We thought Breece Hall was going to get traded.
The Chiefs offered a 4th-round pick, and the Jets turned it down and said, no, we want a 3rd round. If I was the Chiefs, I would have done that.
Yeah, the Chiefs. I think they're invested, man, with Kareem Hunt. I think they think that Isaiah Pacheco is going to be back in the next couple of weeks because they didn't put him on IR. Isaiah Pacheco's just out.
No, yeah.
So
But anything else, Los, before we end this? I see you got the zebra on your head right now.
Yeah. So we're halfway through the fantasy season. So now it's really time to work the waiver wire. There's going to be a lot of weeks, bye weeks going through. So make sure you're doing your homework. There's still a couple of gems in there. Now with the new trades going on, there's going to be a lot of, players out there that are going to get looks now. One of them in New Orleans Saints, they lost their number 1 receiver. So look for some.
No, number two.
They're number 2, but still there's going to be someone that's going to have to step up there, right?
Yep.
So he's out there. No one's got him. Today's the waiver wire deadline, right? To pick up players. Do your homework because this is where crunch time. This is where you win championships. So
bite down on that mouthpiece and dig.
Dig.
All right, Los.
All right, man. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. We're back. And again, man, same place, same time. God bless. Stay blessed. We out. Professional. Peace.
They say how this nigga come from dirt to bad hoes and bank rolls. Over 100 shots on the E-way, I gotta make it home. I learned from my struggle. Stack that dope, forget your hustle on. Go ride for your brother when he